Hello everybody, welcome to the Harley and Josh Show podcast. Unfortunately, the following audio from our actual chat isn't the best. Our main recording device failed, so we had to use our backup system, and the quality isn't quite as clear on the top end as it would be otherwise. But I've done a little bit of restoration to it, and it should be fine. But yes, enjoy the show. Of course, if you want to get in contact with us with any questions, any requests of anything you'd like us to talk about, or just to share some lovely wisdom with us, please feel free to email harleyandjoshshow@gmail.com. The email should be in the show notes below. So, without any further ado, let's get on with the show.
British DJs. An American voiceover. It's the Harley and Josh Show.
Wow, we both did the same thing.
Gasped intake of excitement right there.
Oh, we're very excited today, aren't we?
Oh, so much. Look at me, I'm buzzing. You can't look at me because it's the radio.
We'll have to,
Physics.
We'll share a picture of your lovely face. I'm very excited, mostly because
Because I'm here.
but we've also got new jingle work.
Jingles!
We've got new jingles. So
Check out my jingles.
we are where shall I do that again?
Yeah, no, don't do that again. That was awful.
Yeah, okay, let's try that. We have a new jingle, and I was up at the crack of dawn this morning,
Crack.
making this beautiful jingle. I think we should a dramatic one. It's old now.
Okay, all right.
We'll go with this.
Are we going to do the new Harley and Josh Show jingle, huh?
Let's do it.
Exclusive.
It's the Harley and Josh Show on iRadio.
That's great. Well, that crack of dawn was not wasted.
No.
It was not wasted crack.
There's still a little bit of morning voice in there.
Yeah, let's go. It's a yeah. Right, so what have you been doing, Harley?
What have I been doing?
Stop fluffing each other.
I've had a very busy weekend, stuck behind a computer doing some mixes with my band Chart Attack. Actually,
okay.
We were in the studio a few weeks ago over in the room next door with Punch with wonderful Gavin McInally.
Oh, I miss him.
Doing some
Just sweet mixings.
moving microphones into the right places.
Being a proper engineer then.
Yes.
Lovely.
And so this weekend, me, Toby Houghton, the drummer, were stuck behind a computer for a lot of it, mixing some of the new tracks that we've got
What
ready.
have we got then?
So we one of the songs we did was 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars.
Was it?
It was really cool because it usually starts with like a vocodery bit at the beginning.
Yeah.
But when life gives you Oscar Charlton, you have to
Oh, right, yes.
make
lemonade.
You have to make some beautiful music. I had full intentions of coming to the Swanfest show.
Wow. Which one?
Well,
it was
yes.
just an entire weekend of craziness.
We'll get to that bit.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to asking you all about it, as I missed all of it. Now we had planned on coming along, and we finished mixing a lot of the stuff about 1:45 Friday night. So
What did you do for the rest of the weekend?
well, so my Saturday was a very busy Saturday. I first started off at the British Legion. They had a sort of all-day fundraiser. They helped me out a lot the previous year with my band Oddball and Shifty twins. We needed rehearsal space, and they offered it to us for a very cheap price, and it was very easy to book. So we always said to them, if they ever need like help with any stuff like that, if they're doing any fundraisers for the British Legion, we'll always be there to help out, and do something. And they needed a PA guy, so I took my PA system there. Me and Oliver did a acoustic set at the end of the day.
Nice.
With our acoustic duo called Bards against Huge Manatees, which is a brilliant name.
It's a fantastic name.
It was a great day to start with, and then the weather happened.
Yeah, that was a bit difficult.
Yeah, that didn't go so well. So we had to wait till one of the artists finished. Curtis Cully, who did a really good set despite the rain, but unfortunately was playing to people poking their heads out of the window at the British Legion. So instead, as soon as he finished, we packed all the gear down and ran it straight inside, set up in the corner just for the last 2 acts, which was Stacey Ellis and myself with Bards Against Huge Manatees.
Well done.
And we finished just in time. The Martells played a set after they played sort of the evening set, but unfortunately we missed all of that because Oddball and Shifty Twins were playing at the Core, and it was an awesome gig.
Well, was it really good, huh?
It was so gig, it was so gig.
Keep going.
It was so good, my chair squeaked.
Keep going.
So, yeah, no, you know when you have those gigs that just everything just clicks, or knocks on the table, and we hadn't had a rehearsal, so we were a little bit unsure as to how it would go. But I think it was the fact that me and Oliver had already played during the day, so we kind of
well-oiled.
We well-oiled. We warmed up and stuff like that.
Oiled each other.
Yeah, the crowd were just really, really into
Johnson's.
it, and we just went absolutely mad for it. You know.
What time did you guys start?
We 10:30.
Yeah.
So
So,
you know, I think we started a little bit later because
Waiting for people to get in.
well, actually no, there were people there waiting for us.
Lovely.
But
That's
in the
always
past, they'd been told off for having bands start before the bouncers had arrived
good. Right.
because of the
okay.
way their license works.
Yeah.
So I kind of
Classic health and safety.
buzzkill.
Buzzkill.
Totally. So that was but we started just after 10:30. We had a fairly short break. We played all the way up till 1 o'clock, and it was just awesome, really good. Crowd were great, like I say, and probably I had a few people say it's the best that we've played, and I certainly agree, which is great. And annoyingly, we haven't got a gig now until September 1st or 2nd September at the Trimley Sports and Social Club. So
nice.
I'm hoping
1st of September.
Yeah.
Well done.
Is that the Friday, I believe?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But,
Yeah, it's a Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that'd be good. No,
Yeah.
well done.
You should come along.
That's it. Anything happen on Sunday?
I just finished off the rest of the mixes, so
Nice.
hopefully
lovely.
they'll be coming up soon with videos. If you go to facebook.com/Chart Attack UK, we'll have lovely.
Who you just listened to a second ago?
Yes, that's Chart Attack. Thank you. But yeah, we've got videos coming up soon, and that should be all well and good.
Nice one, man. Well
So,
done. Productive weekend.
Yeah.
Shall we play some music?
Well, I think we should finish with our latest jingle.
Sure, let's do it.
Cool. This is what I did.
That concludes our news section. What Harley did Harley do stuff? Yes, Harley did. Let's find out. Did. Doesn't need any more work now.
No.
No. So how did you just dissect what I did there? And make it into just a beautiful masterpiece of music.
It required a lot of alcohol. I'm
Just
not
to
gonna
hear
lie.
my voice that many times.
It's the Harley and Josh Show. Yeah. Is there a fly in here?
That's just mad, isn't it? Absolutely mad. I think that's probably driven a lot of our listeners insane of just sitting there thinking there's a mosquito about. But that was Ichi and that's Go Go Gambo.
That's very. I did look on his YouTube.
Amazing.
After the
pretty
massive
stuff.
failure last week.
Yeah.
But it's all really really well filmed. Really sort of.
Very kind of neon and very strange.
Very
kind of
animated.
Childlike. Which is really
that's
crazy.
it. It's very sort of.
Yeah. But he's Japanese and came down to Swanfest last year and this year, pretty much especially just to play the festival, and he got a great reception.
That's incredible. It's a long way to come.
So, are we going to do a new jingle?
I think we've done all of our new jingles.
No, I mean, have I sung a jingle for my bits? No, I'm going to sing my jingly bits.
Oh yeah, you should. Yeah, sing your jingly bits.
Take it right into the microphone, jingling.
Put your jingly bits into the microphone.
This is what did Josh did this week. That's probably slightly easier to do than the last one.
Yeah.
Right. So what did I do then, Harley? What did I do? You tell me.
What did you do? I think I know what you did.
All right, yeah.
Because we've already touched on it.
We know what you did.
I know what you did.
Oh God, I hope not. Well, no. Wednesday we had a really cool time. We had to play up in Galston-on-Sea, which is just between Great Yarmouth and Lowestoft. So turn up to this place called the Pub in the Shrubs. From the outside, not gonna lie, looked like an absolute mess. Like somewhere you just did not want to be. Just I don't know. It just didn't look great. And then got inside and they have this dedicated band room in there, which is still blacked out, but with star curtains and lights and neon signs, and it's all a rock and roll club. It's a pure rock and roll club, and it's decked out to look kind of all 50s in the middle of this dingy pub. So, and it's a big room and a big stage and everything, and a sprung dance floor, and it was the rock and roll club run by DJ Johnny Jukebox Johnny, and we got to play all night to everybody dancing, and it was absolutely great. You know, it's an hour and a bit drive to get up there, and had a great reception. And they want to have us back again, so that was really nice.
That's brilliant.
It was
Great.
Rich Murray and I.
What night was that?
That was Wednesday night.
It's nice that I've done a few sort of gigs up in Norfolk where they have some more midweek shows and stuff, because as a musician, you're kind of, your thing is you do Friday, Saturday, Sundays, occasionally
rest of the week
Thursdays.
you're just twiddling your thumbs and
Yeah.
other appendages. Yeah, exactly. But the great thing about this gig was the fact of I got to trial out a lot of new material, because the set has started to get a bit stagnant to me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, and I wanted to always add a bit more kind of songs that I don't hear all the time, because there's so many of those, right? From the 50s stuff. So I got to chuck in, you know, Susie Q, Bertha Lou, loads of real kind of, well, Q rhyming things. Peggy Sue, you know, You're Gonna Love Me Too. But it was this
Cow Goes Moo.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It goes Shazoo. But then, yeah, so it was quite nice to be able to just, yeah, exactly. We basically just sort of chucked all of these in there. The guys had never played them, and this is what I love about my band, is I'll sit there and go, right, this is in E, watch me for the changes, off we go. So it's like Back to the Future.
You go full on Back to the Future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or it's in B, watch me for the changes. It's rock and roll. Yeah, exactly.
Try and keep up.
Try and keep up. That's it. But yeah, so that was really good. Got lots of new songs to put in the set. So yeah, hopefully I won't be boring anybody with this. But yeah, and then Friday was just incredible. Yeah, so it was Swanfest, 10th anniversary this year of Swanfest, run by different people than when it started off. But it had the tradition has been carried on well, because the lineup was incredible. And on that note, Harley, I have a gift for you.
Oh,
Let me unzip. No, this here CD that I got in my paper.
is that a Swanfest CD?
It is a Swanfest CD.
Mate.
They were given out for free at the venue. The whole festival was free. 3 days of I've forgotten how many bands there have been, but you know it's sort of 30-40 bands I think. And on this, I mean, there's about 19 acts on this CD, but you've got Rice Shabby, Ichi, Animal Noise, Super Glue, Bessie Turner, War Waves, Gaffer Tape Sandy, Sunscream, Dead Rat Orchestra, Paris Robbo, Beard Effects, Franco Fraze, The Lockabillys, Tundra, John Callahan, oh my god, Rad Pit, Ghosts of Men, and Fish Claw and Sons of Joy. So here you go, my friend.
Oh, thank you very much.
It is a real experience. I think you'll really love this CD.
I really wanted to come and to Swanfest. To see some great music, but I really wanted a CD because, like I say, just the quality of music on one disc is incredible.
And that was all put together by Jason Whitaker from Antigen. So you know he's curated it much like he did with curating the bands to put on. But this is the great thing with this CD is that you know people that didn't get to go along to Swanfest, you know, which is a huge thing and a huge thing for our local music scene.
Certainly
they can still turn up to the Swan and get a free CD. They've still got some left. So they did that for that reason. They overprinted things. Just so you know, get to the Swan, pick up a CD. You will not be disappointed. The person who printed all these CDs, printed out the T-shirts for it, did a lot of the printing for getting all the promo done.
Nice.
And that was Adam from Ghosts of Men. Now, if you've not heard Ghosts of Men, you're in for a treat. This is Hey Now from the CD on Swanfest 10 by Ghosts of Men. Oh my goodness.
Such a big sound.
That's huge, but two guys.
Yeah.
Two guys, guitar and drums. Guitar, singer, and drummer. And it's just incredible to get that huge sound live, because, you know, the bass coming through the subs that Gareth Patch was doing the sound for, bless him, he did a great job all weekend, and I'm just in there watching them like, yeah, right, I won't put my earplugs in, it's just two guys, and I was like, okay, that's a bit the thing.
That's I
so good.
One of my highlights this weekend for me is I bought a new pedal, which is kind of I've got a big thing for sort of octave pedals.
I know you've got a big thing, yeah.
Thank you. I've got a big thing for octave pedals. I was hunting for a decent sort of octave up pedal.
So you had a Pod 2 before, right?
Yes, and I've still got it.
Electro Harmonics.
Yeah, and I used that when I did the Royal Blood tribute band, Bloody Royal.
Are you allowed to say that?
I guess.
Yeah.
Why not?
So, bloody is in something is covered in blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I
I
guess
just
that's
said it
allowed.
again, so I'm a culprit with you now.
There we go.
I'm now an accomplice.
We're going down together.
Okay.
But with
So you've stayed loyal to Electro Harmonics, haven't you?
well, they don't do any bad pedals. I really like their stuff.
I kind of agree with you, but I had a Holy Grail pedal, reverb pedal, which the sounds were great, but the problem is if they mess up the CPUs on them, you have to send them off to Germany and get them to be repaired. Every single place that I took them to, any Electro Harmonics pedal I've had, they said, we can't repair that because it's a CPU problem, so we've got to send it off.
Yeah.
Which you might as well. We don't know how long that's going to be, and you might as well buy a new one. So that is a huge criticism on them for me.
That's kind of the way digital pedals are nowadays. Anything. Boss, they've got a fairly large centre in the UK, so I think they might be able to fix stuff locally.
No, exactly, yeah.
But anything that goes like that is a case of sending it to a specialist.
No, exactly.
But,
So you got another Bloody Royal show coming up?
We don't really do that so much.
Because that's you and Dan, isn't it?
It was,
Mr. Dolman.
me and Mr. Dolman.
Which moves on for me to be able to talk about War Waves,
Hey.
as they played
Yes.
Friday night before we played. I got to see Ghost of Men. And then they played after War Waves actually, and War Waves are post Copper Pilot, if you remember Copper Pilot.
I know the name.
Yeah, because our good friends Sleeper Cell used to play with them a lot. They used to tour around with them, and they were fantastic songwriters then. I don't know the names of the guys, but in War Waves, it's beautiful music. It's really great. It's got this post-hardcore punk rock kind of feel about it, but it's got that kind of Fleetwood Mac style songwriting. So it's that real kind of refreshing but old school take on a new style genre, an alternative kind of thing. Some real heartfelt lyrics. But more importantly, Dan Dolman's drumming was incredible. He is such a talented guy. As I said to him, the challenge with a drummer is when you go into a new section is to make people feel like they can predict what's happening, but still surprise them.
Yeah.
So he'll, I'm listening to the sound of it and I'm thinking he's got this kind of atmospheric style, everything kind of thing going on almost. And then suddenly he'll do like a real beat down style fill. I'm sitting there going, okay, I can guess where this is going and I know what it's going to do, but how it's going to get there, that's where he's really great at. So well done, Dan. That was a great set.
I've just actually came straight here from a rehearsal with him this morning, with Ainsley's Vibes. We've got a gig coming in October.
What's that?
Tim Ainsley, his original band.
Oh, fantastic.
And that's really cool because it's kind of bluesy, jazzy, but with some real odd sections and some like really odd time signatures, very stabby bits to it. Random like sections that like 11-bar blues and stuff like
why
that.
not? Yeah, that's
and
great.
It does, and it's really cool. And we were sort of one thing I really like about Dan. I hope he's not listening to this because I don't want to say nice things to his face. But
right.
He's really easy to work with.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done stuff with him as well.
Yeah, he's in the Black Swan with me.
Black Swan, that's it. Right. And like his approach to sort of working out a song or working out how to play something with a band, he never says no. He'll always do the best he can to make.
Yeah, get it
what
done.
You want
and
to
he's
happen.
never drama. Not doing any drama all the time.
No.
If there's sort of like we're not sure about where the song's going to go, he's kind of like, all right, let's just think about it. Let's just play it through and see what happens.
Yeah.
But anyway, can I please talk about what our set was like on Friday night? Because that was so fun, man. Like we got to play. We were supposed to only have a half an hour set. Everything was delayed. I won't say why. It pissed me off. But anyway, it kind of went to this point where we got everybody singing along with Run Around Sue, and I did this at Felixstowe Carnival as well.
Yeah.
And it was the whole pub, just incredible. Just everybody singing. We weren't even playing, and they're just like whoa, whoa. I did this last week anyway. But after that, the real special moment from our set was there was a certain other Josh in the audience right in front of me with his lovely girlfriend Sophie from Hot Tramp, Mr. Josh Carr from Hot Tramp. And I saw him, and I remember when we played at Spa Pavilion together for Children in Need last year in November, they were playing Black Dog Howl, and I had to run on stage and play with them because I love that song so much. So I just said, Josh, get up here, right? And I just started off playing the riff for Seventh Son, which we've played on this show a lot now.
Yeah, yes.
And it's funny though, because I was in there playing the riff, and I'm like, and I'm in the middle of playing that riff. Josh just started singing. He's on point. The guys had never played this song before, but you know, they were just following. They're great. And then I was just thinking, I don't know the chorus riff. I was like, okay, work it out. And it goes, so I'm just thinking that in my head. And that's just what shows what gigging and jamming does for you, is the fact that I'm just like, all right, I think it's like this in my head, and then played it immediately. So it was a fantastic set. Josh got to be able to be a front man without a guitar in his hand.
Nice.
But I heard that I did not get to see them play on Saturday because I had a gig myself. But I've heard some fantastic things about it. Cool, man. Yeah, so Saturday I had a wedding. I'm not going to talk about it.
Congratulations.
No, it wasn't me.
Where's my invite?
I'm not going to talk about it because there was stress. But it all went off well, and they had a good time. And then Sunday, we had a gig at the Gladstone Arms up in Stowmarket, and they've got this whole new section out the back there, which is got this great little performance area for bands, which you should check them out, really. Talk to the Gladstone Arms in Stowmarket. Lovely people. It's Carl and Maz, and it's also helped run by Adi and Karen from the Dove in Ipswich. So they have fantastic ales there. But they've just built this new bit. Well, I say just, I mean, it's been a couple of months now. But this great new bit out the back. If you guys know Gladstone Arms, then it's just over the little canally rivery bit. And there is this sort of big shed that's open from one side that the band's playing, and there was just me playing double bass and Rich playing guitar, and it was a pub, beer garden full of people just coming to watch us, and it was really great, really good.
Awesome.
I got bitten to hell,
like
so many
right off the river.
There were a lot of spiders in that shed, so I moaned about it the entire time. But
you're not a big fan of spiders?
I appreciate where they come from, the sport of hell. But
you just wish they'd go back
still
there.
No, go away. But also, I revealed something stupid because I was over the. No. I didn't reveal myself.
Stupid. It's beautiful.
No. Oh, thank you so much. I shaved. No, I was talking over the microphone. And I think this is fine to say on the radio, but Rich called me by the name that my mother likes to call me, who I'm actually playing for tonight because she's retiring from the University of Suffolk. She's events management there, management leader there. She's now retiring. She calls me, like, in a nice way, her little scrotum. And it's a science name. It's a science word, so that's not a swear word. It's just imagery. It's just imagery there. But I told everybody in the pub that over a microphone, which was a stupid idea. Yeah. And now I've just done the same thing. I've just realised what I've done.
Yeah, I'm not cutting this out.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, okay. Well, now you guys know what my mum calls me. I mean, affectionately. It's an affectionate scrotum. You don't even know what to say.
I don't know what to say. No, sorry.
Anyway, we played a great gig there. If anybody wants to go play to the Gladstone Arms, please get in contact. They're lovely people to work with. And yeah, Harley, you'd go down a storm there. You really would. But then after that, Swanfest was still going on.
Yeah.
So I headed straight down there. I got to see Beard FX, which is who is on the CD as well. If you like your Massive Attack, you like your Portishead, you like your sort of 90s style ambient dance kind of thing, he does it all with just a guitar and two massive dreads in his beard. No, it's incredible. Lewis, he's incredible.
Awesome.
And also I got to see Polly Preacher featuring Josh from Animal Noise. Animal Noise are also incredible. Again, I didn't get to see them because I was gigging on the Saturday night, but Polly Preacher did a fantastic set, had a great band behind her. Last time I saw, she was just solo with a Stratocaster, so it was just quite incredible to see her with a band. And also my real highlight for the whole weekend, really, apart from being able to play, was being able to watch the fantastic ending of Swanfest. It's a 10-year anniversary, and at the end they just got Fish Claw, this fantastic band who are using lots of folk instruments and synthesizers. So we've got fiddle, we've got double bass, accordion, a drummer, a guitarist, and synthesizers, and it's just It's an incredible sound. They've got this kind of this fantastic way of playing this kind of Western folk, which you realise has been played all over the world. It's world music in its truest sense. Is that you get the same kind of sounds from modes, scales that are used from the Ottoman Empire, from Turkey, and into France, and Germanic and Gothic stuff. And then you've got it in England, you've got it in Ireland. These same kind of sounds. That's why everybody there, the hip hop heads, the metal heads. There's me, you'll be a rockabilly fan, and big dreaded people just sit there all enjoying this stuff in music. But it was all in the garden outside, and they did an acoustic set, and everybody was gathered around them, and it was the end of this huge celebration of local music, and everybody was just so emotional. Because all the staff had been there for 3 days straight and had about 2 hours sleep each night, and just being able to experience this, the fruits of your labour, with everybody being around and being together.
It's true community spirit.
Exactly. And now there's a CD to commemorate that. I mean, I can't stress enough how important this is. Remember when you were a kid, you had the Kerrang Awards.
They used to be such a big thing.
Yeah,
didn't they?
Exactly. You had the Kerrang Awards, or you'd have the NME, compilation albums when the nominees for the albums for the awards. It's exactly the same thing for me. I mean, it wasn't people were getting awards if you didn't play this thing, you didn't get an award or something like this. It's just that thing. It's a celebration, and now you've got something to keep hold of for that.
Until next year.
I
hope they're not going to stop at 10.
No, me too. Me too.
Because you were telling me last week how good it's going to be, and now you're telling me how good it was, and
despite the rain as well. The rain really pushed it back. There were loads of acts outside. They had an outside stage and an indoor stage. So, and Adrian Day got to play as well. He was playing outside, but a lot of the stuff got forced inside. So it's considering that, and it still went off, and everybody had a good crowd, right?
That's
what else can you need?
All about.
What else can you need? Yeah, mate. So we've had people. We've had a request for people to tell us about their favourite new music.
Yes, yeah. This because I come from my again. I'm going to start that again. Anybody who has any new music, let us know. I've been listening to most of you will probably know by now, I am a massive podcast addict. Which means when I'm sort of in my own space, when I'm doing stuff, when I'm working on the car or whatever, I listen to podcasts more than I do music.
Your
nowadays.
own podcast, right?
Yeah, I listen mostly just my own voice.
Just your own voice.
And one of the podcasts I've recently got into is called Welcome to Night Vale. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but
it sounds weird.
It's very weird.
Nice.
It's a drama-based
radio show.
Yeah, radio broadcast, and they talk about all these weird things that are happening, like the secret police, who aren't in any way a secret,
right.
Angels, rabid dogs, a man with a leather jacket and a kangaroo-skinned briefcase that nobody can remember, and a lot of weird things that are happening like that. But in every episode, they have what they call the weather. And the weather is an artist or a musician doing something like small indie artists doing a song. And there's some really cool stuff on there, and this one literally stopped me in my tracks. It's a little bit downbeat. We play a lot of sort of upbeat rocky stuff on the show. The band's called The Tiny,
right?
And the song's called Closer. And it's the use of the sort of suspended, the sus2 harmony in the vocal. Just got me, and I listened to it about 3 or 4 times in a row.
After listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just like, nah.
Really grabbed you.
Yeah, and so hopefully, other people are into it, and get into the podcast with it. So,
Well, it reminds me of a friend of mine, Jasmine Stevenson's voice, Jasmine Marie, she's called on there online. It's got that lovely folky kind of twang to it. It's a bit like, I did say what her name was, didn't I? But it's a singer who has worked with Cornelia, and she works with Bonobo, Floating Points, Portico Quartet, to name some, but it's a lovely, sweet voice, isn't it?
Yeah, really sort of, like, really serene, is that the
serene, yeah.
Is that the right word?
Yes, no, exactly.
Very natural. There's no sort of heavy effects on there and stuff like that.
It doesn't feel like, she feels like she's talking.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I've said that a lot before as well. Like when somebody is not singing in their actual voice, is what I was saying about Primo Nelson, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It feels forced, and that did not feel forced at all. That was lovely.
Yeah. We should probably talk about what we're doing this weekend.
What we're up to.
Well, the thing is, we're not really up to much that we can sort of promote, really, because we're both away on weddings. So if you want to come see either of us play live, I'm with the Mementos, you're with the Lockabillys.
Yeah, exactly.
What you want to do is find out who we're playing the wedding for, befriend the family, maybe date one of the bridesmaids or one of the best men.
That's dark, man. Well, so you just so these people have to,
or the parents.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so they've got to date the parents,
or at least befriend them to the point where you get an invite to the wedding.
Right, and then after the wedding, you say, "See you later, mate."
Well, I don't know. Sometimes maybe
they find love.
We've played weddings of other members of the family later on, so I mean, play the long game.
That's true. Wow.
Or
that is some Game of Thrones thing right there. Play the long game.
Date a bridesmaid.
Right.
Marry her.
Right.
Book us for your wedding.
There we go, mate. There we go. Wow.
There we go.
See, that's some serious business right there, you know?
It pays off long term, certainly.
No, exactly. Tell you what I'm going to be doing this Friday, though.
That's
going to be really fun. This is completely unrelated to anything, but I'm going up to Brighton with my girlfriend Frankie, and we're going to go to Gay Pride.
Nice.
I cannot wait. That's going to be incredible.
It's probably going to be one of the biggest ones. I mean, Brighton's quite sort of known right. for its gay scene, and yeah.
I cannot wait. I've never been to a Gay Pride parade, so I'm just sort of like, yeah.
Brighton's just a lovely place as well.
Sweet, right?
I was there a couple of weeks ago, and just being there is nice.
Yeah. Could go down in the van in my Chevy.
Yeah.
Just sleep somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something. I think there's parking on the front.
Yeah, side of the road, right? That'd be really cool. But yeah, so I do have one thing to promote, which we are playing at the Waterfront Bistro this Sunday. It's a lovely place to go, to drink, to eat, just to do anything. But they've had Honey and the Bear there before. They've had Meg there before. They've had Scott Clark there. They have IREJ there sometimes, MJ Soul. They have a great roster of music, and I'm playing there with the Gypsy Jazz stuff this Sunday, which will be really nice. So that's 3 till 5. So if anybody's around, come on down.
Awesome. There's increasingly more sort of live venues popping up on the waterfront now.
Yeah, I mean, I've been gigging there for about 2 years now, and it just shows that there are places willing to book smaller acts. Like, not so much small it's small in size to fit in these smaller venues that are popping up, like bistros, cafes, restaurants. So if you are in a kind of small-sized band, you're a duo, you're a 3-piece, and you can fit into small places, then you're missing a treat. And if you're not contacting these places, these cafes and things like this. Cool. So so that's it. Yeah, I've just got that to promote. So there's the all day you were talking about the Black Horse.
Yes. Well, let's start with Wednesday actually. A good friend of mine and yours, I believe, Ors Clark. He's doing what he calls the old school blowout this Wednesday at the Sweffling White Horse, which is an open mic and vinyl night. Cool. So generally just any music that's just good and enjoyable. It's like I say, I spoke about the White Horse last week. Really friendly venue, really small, very sort of intimate.
Nice.
But everyone's there just up for a laugh.
Lovely.
It's a very low pressure environment to be playing in. If you're up for doing something like that, head that direction.
Lovely.
He says it's not a ticket event or anything like that. You can leave a donation when you go in, sort of thing. So drinks there are really cheap there. So
always good.
So you won't be out of pocket if you chuck a fiver in, certainly.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, nice. Club prices.
So going from the White Horse to the Black Horse.
All right, nice.
This Friday, Walkway will be performing there.
Oh, cool. Good.
They don't do Ipswich so much anymore. I don't think.
They don't need to.
No, they're too busy, sort of touring the world and
good on them.
Being rock stars. But also the following day on the 5th is the Rock Against Leukemia All Dayer at the Black Horse.
Oh, great.
I don't know if they've done this before. This might be the first one of its kind, because there are Black Horses under new management now. They might have done it in their previous pub or whatever. I'm not 100% sure.
So what time's that start and what time's it finish?
Don't know.
Okay, but it's all day. So there you go.
It's all day, so I'm assuming it starts at about 1 a.m.
That's what day?
That's Saturday, 5th.
Saturday the 5th.
Yep.
Okay, and also on Friday there's actually the breakdown, the De La Soul breakdown event they've got going on here at the Smokehouse.
Of course there is, yeah.
Jimmy Green and Ben Marr are DJing that. They're basically taking 3 Feet High and Rising, fantastic album. I think it's 3 Feet High and Rising, and they're just taking it apart, making it and showing everybody their original samples from that record. So if you can get down Friday night, that'd be great.
That's awesome.
So we come to the end, have we, boy?
Yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, there's one more thing. One more thing,
Jackie.
For those of you who live closer to the water, the Hand in Hand in Trimley St Martin are doing their mini music festival for the 5th and 6th of August.
5th and 6th, cool.
There's some really good bands there.
Gussie playing?
Gussie is playing.
Lovely. Gussie Stafford.
I'm really.
You're going to go and watch?
I was supposed to be playing. Unfortunately, I accidentally double booked a recording session here on the Sunday, so unfortunately, I'm going to miss out.
Well, at least we're getting some new music out of you.
Well, yes, I'm actually recording someone else.
Sweet.
I'm going to be recording, I can't remember the name of the band, Toby Houghton's dad's band are doing a video session like we've done with Chart Attack. So.
Well, shall we play these guys out and thank them for listening?
Yes, certainly. Well,
thank you for listening, guys.
Yes, thank you everybody very much. Again, if you've been listening to this on podcast, remember you can listen to it live Monday 2 to 3, and if you're listening to it live and you want to hear it again, you can find the podcast on soundcloud.com/Harley and Josh Show.
Exactly. Or you can find it at your mum's house.
Hey!
Yeah. Just came up with that.
Yeah, that wasn't. Anyway.
Music?
There was music. There was something else I was going to say, and I can't think what it was.
Don't do that.
Anyway, well, so thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, you're great. You're lovely people.
Thank you for sitting in with me.
Oh, that was it. Yes, all of you. Thank you for sitting with us.
Yes, for those who are sitting.
Play music, Harley.
Radio. Goodbye, my little scrotum.
This is... God.
It's the Harley and Josh Show on iRadio.